This afternoon, an unexpected emergency unfolded at Birmingham Airport, one of the busiest travel hubs in the UK. The airport's main runway was abruptly closed, sending shockwaves through both staff and travellers. The incident began when a small aircraft was forced to make a dramatic emergency landing at approximately 1:40 p.m., catching everyone by surprise and triggering an immediate response. Within moments, emergency services rushed onto the scene. Paramedics treated one person for minor injuries, while firefighters and police worked quickly to secure the area and assess the situation. Although the exact cause of the emergency has not yet been confirmed, authorities acted swiftly, shutting down all airport operations to prioritize the safety of everyone on the ground and in the air. Fire engines and ambulances surrounded the stranded plane, creating a secure perimeter as they worked to ensure there was no further danger. Meanwhile, airport staff coordinated the aftermath, assisting emergency crews and beginning the process of investigating the incident. Air traffic controllers worked tirelessly to reroute inbound flights, communicating with pilots and diverting planes to alternative airports to minimize disruption. The airport, usually bustling with activity, was brought to a complete standstill. All arrivals and departures were halted, leaving runways eerily empty and planes grounded. The closure presents a major operational challenge as airport crews scramble to manage stranded planes and assist hundreds of passengers waiting inside the terminal, uncertain when normal service will resume. The sudden and unexpected runway closure sent shockwaves throughout the entire region's air traffic network, creating a ripple effect that was felt far beyond the airport itself. Air traffic controllers worked frantically to reroute dozens of flights as the closure disrupted carefully planned schedules and forced immediate changes to flight paths. Flights on final approach to Birmingham were suddenly diverted, with the East Midlands airport stepping in to accept 3 planes. But it quickly reached its maximum capacity, unable to handle more arrivals. Other flights were sent even further afield, landing at airports many miles away, which complicated travel plans for hundreds of passengers and left many stranded far from their intended destinations. All departures from Birmingham were immediately grounded, and all arrivals were either cancelled or rerouted, leaving thousands of passengers stranded in crowded terminals, facing long waits and uncertainty. Airline staff scrambled to manage the chaos, working tirelessly to rebook travellers, handle missed connections, and arrange overnight stays for those unable to continue their journeys. The disruption rippled across the UK's entire aviation system, clearly highlighting how the closure of just a single runway can paralyze both national and international travel, affecting thousands. The financial and logistical impact is significant for airlines, the airport, and passengers alike, with costs mounting from delays, missed connections, and the need for additional accommodations and support. The airport's emergency protocols snapped into action instantly as every second counted in the unfolding crisis. Police, fire, and ambulance crews quickly joined forces with the airport's own responders, forming a unified front against the emergency. Their mission was clear: secure the accident site, provide immediate medical care to the injured, and coordinate efforts to minimize further risk. Teams worked together to keep the airfield safe, ensuring no unauthorized access and maintaining strict safety protocols throughout the operation. All flights were suspended, halting airport operations, to allow investigators from the Air Accidents Investigation Branch full and unrestricted access to the scene. The investigation focused on the aircraft's final moments, with experts examining flight data, cockpit recordings, and every available clue. Investigators also meticulously inspected the runway for any signs of damage or debris that could have contributed to the incident. The Civil Aviation Authority closely monitored the inquiry, ensuring that every safety protocol was strictly followed and that the investigation met the highest standards. The grounded plane remained the focal point, as forensic teams worked tirelessly to determine the cause, collecting evidence and analyzing every detail. Throughout the process, safety was the top priority. The investigation would continue for as long as necessary, ensuring that every question was answered and future risks minimized. Travelers are strongly urged to check with their airlines before heading to Birmingham Airport, as delays and cancellations are still continuing. The airport is posting regular updates on its website, social media, and WhatsApp channel for everyone's convenience. The runway remains closed while the investigation continues, with emergency crews and responders on standby. Staff are assisting stranded passengers, but patience is needed as the situation continues to evolve. The airport and airlines are working hard to rebook travelers and provide accommodation where necessary. Further updates are expected as authorities work to safely reopen one of the UK's busiest and most important airports.